welcome to Treasure Jewelers Podcast. I'm your host, Justin. So, we finally did it. We finally finished Volume 8 of Ragnarok Into the Abyss. I just had a hard time, finding time to do it. So I finally finished it. But it took me, over a week, so I kind of don't remember some of the stuff that happened earlier on in the manga. Unfortunately, but we'll figure it out. So this volume is called Revenge of the Valkyrie, and it takes place right after they save Frontera from the Valkyrie onslaught. They get told by the general that, hey, there's more Hearts of Ymir out there, and the Valkyries are probably going to go after them. The nearest one is in Schwarzwald. So our characters who switch into new outfits that don't look nearly as cool as their old ones, and even wearing they're not even wearing armor, a lot of them, which is kind of annoying. I did find one picture where you can kind of check them out in the new outfits. And I'm not a fan of the new outfits, but it is what it is. I guess they're trying to go incognito, right? Not trying to draw too much attention to themselves. So they board an airship. They board an airship to get to Schwarzwald, which has Heart of Ymir. They end up getting attacked by a Valkyrie and a horde of gremlins. Because gremlins attack machinery in the sky. If people don't know what gremlins are, which you've probably seen the movie, but gremlins are a folklore thing that came out of World War II or World War I, where people would Zach from Diversity in Comics or Comic Matters with your boy Zach did a perfect explanation. Basically, shoddy engineer work and maintenance, cause airplanes and shit to fucking to break during World War II. So the people would blame it on gremlins, right? So, but in this book, obviously, it's a fantasy manhwa, so obviously, they're real gremlins. Alright, our characters fight them off, along with the crew of this airship, which are all moose men, kind of like Bullwinkle from Rocky and Bullwinkle, if you know what that is. If you don't, it's not that cool. It's not worth watching, I guess, if you're already adults. The Captain Bullwinkle, let's call him that. I don't remember his name. Shoots his gun and which he has a gun, which looks like the old 16th century guns, and destroys an engine, and they all get everybody gets off into lifeboats, which are a thing, I guess, and the ship breaks in half, and our party of characters get separated. Also, there were 3 ranger dumbass bitches who tried to get into the fight and end up destroying the ship because they're dummies. So what happens? Loki is teamed up with Iris, and Fenris is with Chaos, and Fenris is jealous of Iris, and she's in love with Chaos but doesn't know how to tell him, right? And while Iris is with Loki, they run into Lydia again and her pet cat, who's off to Geffen, the city of magic, to find the ancient treasures of the elves. And Geffen used to be part of Alfheim, because in Norse mythology, the elves were all killed during the Great Battle of the Gods or whatever. Yeah, so you got to see some actual screen time with Lydia, a lot of screen time in this volume, unlike with the other volumes, right? And Lydia sees Loki for the first time and immediately falls in love with him. And Iris sees this and, like, sees this and takes advantage of it, pretends to be injured. So, like, Loki would carry her to the Geffen, which is the nearest city. Lydia obviously can't have that, so she's forced to carry Iris to Geffen, which they finally get to Geffen. When they're there, they realize that they're not going to be able to find any transportation because Geffen, which is the city of magic, is having this festival going on with all the sorcerers of the world, and the festival lasts for like half a month, and all the piers and ports are closed, so they can't get any transportation unless they win a magic tournament. So they team up, they meet up with Fenris and Balder, and they also run into the leader of the city, who implores them to join the tournament because he wants to see Fenris's Leviathan rod in action, right? While they're at their hotel, Iris and Lydia are fighting again. Balder has like a fucking flashback to Phaon, because apparently the scenery and Geffen reminds him of Phaon. He snaps at Iris. They get attacked by this elven ranger bitch who doesn't want them and Geffen, because Geffen turns out to be the capital of Alfheim, and there's some secret treasure there, right? And after that, you get the first round. Fenris is fighting some necromancer bitch with a giant, like, homunculus with a club, and that's the end of the volume. So I don't know, this is one of those volumes where it was basically, exposition, basically downtime for the characters before the next big fight, right? Which, I don't mind that. The problem with that is this manga is going to be over in 2 volumes. We have volume 9 and volume 10, and it's over. And it ends on a cliffhanger. So I don't know. I thought this volume was enjoyable, but it wasn't that that exciting. Though you do learn that the Valkyries are kind of planning. It's not 100% clear, but it sounds like they're planning like some kind of like revolt against the gods, or they're gonna have some kind of like uprising or some fucking bullshit. They want to usurp the gods, right? Which that sounds cool, but obviously, are we ever going to see that happen? I doubt it. So I don't know. If I were to give this rating, I would say it's a 6.5 out of 10. It wasn't, could have used more action. You get to also, you see, what's his name again? Fuck. Not Talatsu. The guy who wields Talatsu. Screw-Eye, the cursed prosecutor. And he has a haircut and he has flaky hair now. And we're going to, and either volume 9 or volume 10, you get his, like, origin story. I can't remember which one, though. So I remembered his origin story being pretty good. It reminded me a lot of Vincent Valentine's origin story from Final Fantasy VII, which, if you watch my earlier reviews, like, it's pretty obvious that, like, the creator of this Manhwa, is obviously a fan of Final Fantasy VII, because there's like Screw-Eye gets in a fight in Volume 1 with this guy who kind of looks like Cloud, and he kind of looks like Sephiroth. I don't know, I just thought that was funny. So yeah, after we're finished reading Ragnarok the series, we're gonna pick a new manhwa to review, once a week, hopefully. Or at least we're gonna try. So I haven't just finished picking which ones yet. One's going to be Priest, which it's the thing. When I was a kid, the big three of Manhwa was Ragnarok, Into the Abyss, Priest, and then the anime whose name I forgot that I have right here. Off of Manhwa, Blade of the Phantom Master. So that was like the big three Manhwa when I was a kid. So I kind of want to review them. All right. So the next one will either be Priest or Blade of the Phantom Master. If Blade on the Phantom Master is available, I'm pretty sure Priest is available. Let's double check this website to see if we can order this book legally and not just read it off the scanlation site. Oh my god, my internet's fucking. My internet's fucking. I'm just gonna pause. Oh, it's working. This is Google. This thing. I think this one ongoing. So it means it never got finished, but it has like 16 volumes. Oh my god. So there's Priest by Hyung Moon Woo, or there's a dog named Woo on YouTube. Okay, what was the other one? Blade of the Phantom Master, which I fucking love the movie, which was based off of Manhwa, which I'm gonna review at some point. Typing shit into YouTube, not YouTube, with the PS4 stuff. Is that it? Oh, apparently the Korean name is Shin Angyo Onshi, or is that the Japanese name? Completed! Oh, I heard this ended on a cliffhanger. Oh, that's cool. Oh shit. So no. So they have. Oh god, this does not look good. I might have to look somewhere else because it looks like they have Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, Volume 5. No 6. And why does 7 have like? Maybe they fucked up the. I don't know. Like this does not look good. So that's the end of this review, guys. Peace. Let me know what would you rather have me review, Priest or Blade of the Phantom Master. All right, bye. After I finish Ragnarok, of course. Or if there's another manhwa you want me to review, let me know. But it has to be during that period of the early 2000s.